some of you suffering from the very advanced form of Hausa syndrome. I don't call it Stockholm syndrome anymore, because Hausa syndrome is even worse. When Fulani conquer, get you, they oppress you, wake up in the morning and you start loving them. I call it Hausa syndrome, not Stockholm. Stockholm is too foreign, too western. It's too mild. If you are close to anybody serving in the Imo State government, if you're close to any APC high-profile position in Imo State, you must warn them and warn them tonight. Hope Osodema is holding our people in Communicado. These are Biafrans, some of them with no link to IPOB, no link to ESN, nothing. 3 pregnant women are in Imo State government house. It also has this very day in detention in our land. Women born in our land, married in our land. 3 of them are pregnant. Out of, it is over 700. He's saying it's only 400. They are keeping in government house. They think we will forget them, so they can slaughter them and sell their parts, as they usually do. He has surrounded himself with Fulani Janjaweed. They have come in the guise, even including terrorists in the guise of army and police. They will know that these are the people they call repentant terrorists. As I asked the other day during my interview that some people have said is a landmark interview with Dr. David Masanga, I made it very clear that nobody anywhere in the world, including the British High Commissioner, can distinguish between a normal patriotic Nigerian soldier and a Fulani terrorist in uniform. Nobody can make that distinction. That is why they must all be regarded as terrorists, all of them, regardless of who they are. Because some of you have very shallow reasoning, and this evening, as I said earlier, we are trying to connect. There is a part of the brain that the other animals do not have. It is called the frontal lobe of the cranium. The frontal lobe is not the part of your brain in front of your skull. It is called the frontal lobe. That is where every critical thinking takes place in a human being. Other animals do not have it. Even if they do, it is not of the same mass. The quantity is not as that you find in human beings. We are reasonable people. And I want to oppose Adema to understand that he is holding people in Communicado, holding them. Please, you are not the law court. Citing Fulani of Imo State, you are not a law court. You people claim you operate a democracy. You arrest people, you don't try them. Because you know you have no case against them. That is why you cannot present them before any properly constituted court. What you do instead is to hold people, to kill them extrajudicially, and then distribute their body parts all over the world in the name of profit making. Oppose Adema, you are traveling with 400 soldiers, policemen, helicopters, and armored tanks. That is the life of a condemned prisoner. There is no difference between you and a high-profile prisoner on death row anywhere in America. You are exactly the same. I want you to go and see when they are moving condemned men to court in America. The high-profile ones, the serial murderers and killers. The same way you went to church yesterday is how exactly they transport murderers and killers in America. There's no difference. Armored cars, U.S. marshals everywhere. In the case of the zoo, it is the police. Even the National Guard or the army, they come out to sometimes escort the very dangerous criminals. You went to church yesterday as the criminal that you are. And that is going to be your life as long as you live. You are holding over 400 people hostage inside the state, the government house, inside the council house. You are holding them hostage because you believe they are part of Eastern Security Network or the wider IPOB family. In your stupidity and hopelessness, as your name implies, because you're hopeless, you are not hope. I want you to understand that ESN, we are in the bushes dealing with Fulani terrorists and their cattle. That is our job, and that's what we're doing. Anybody you see on the street is not and can never be ESN. Every ESN officer operative is inside the bush, safeguarding our land, from the ravages and the excesses of Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate, intent on colonizing and subjugating us. And you're doing their work for them. I'm not the one that said this. This is a statement from the Imo State Chief Press Officer. His press secretary, they call him. His name is Oguwike Nwachukwu. According to the Imo State government installed by the Fulani Caliphate, their own mouth, they said over 400 people that caused mayhem or attacks in the state have been arrested and charged to court. You see the way they lie, but the courts are not working. The courts are on strike. I want them to understand that they're dealing with people who are infinitely more intelligent than they are. These people are being held in cells and in prison, holding centers inside the government house itself in Owerri. And I am highly disappointed that somebody as venerable as Archbishop Obinna, a man I love and respect immensely, and you know me, it doesn't matter how close you are to me, when you do wrong I will tell you. And this very evening I am respectfully telling Archbishop Obinna that he got it wrong by allowing this murderer into Assumpta Cathedral. Unless he went there to confess. Let me repeat. As much as I love and I respect Archbishop Obinna, allowing Hope Uzodinma to enter the house of God, Assumpta Cathedral in Owerri, is a desecration of that very place. He's a murderer. Not too far from Assumpta Cathedral, they are holding over 700 people hostage, including 3 pregnant women. And Archbishop Obinna allowed this criminal to come to church. And let it be the first and the last time any church would allow Hope Uzodinma to, should I say, defile their presence or their altar. Any pastor, any archbishop, I swear to God Almighty in heaven, any idiot who as much as invites Hope Uzodinma to this church anymore, God is my witness in heaven, he will pay very dearly for it. Hope Uzodinma is a murderer, is a killer. I don't want Archbishop Obinna to repeat this type of thing again. Hope Uzodinma is a killer. The era of seeing nonsense and tolerating it has come and gone in our land. We confront evil when we see it. How can you allow this man to come to your church being held by Hope Uzodinma? Because tomorrow some of you are suffering from the very advanced form of Hausa syndrome. I don't call it Stockholm syndrome anymore, because Hausa syndrome is even worse. When Fulani conquer, get you, they oppress you, wake up in the morning and you start loving them. I call it Hausa syndrome, not Stockholm. Stockholm is too foreign, too Western. It's too mild. If you are close to anybody serving in the Imo State government, if you are close to any APC high-profile position in Imo State, you must warn them and warn them tonight.
All right, my fellow listeners in the house, that's the voice of the fearless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who you all know, speaking fearlessly even right there in DSS detention. In fact, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still the lion of the Biafran struggle. Nothing can stop him. Nothing. No wonder people said it, that he is the only key to Biafran freedom. Look at, despite the torture, despite the pain he's going through, yet he's still agitating. He's still speaking for the Biafran struggle. Big kudos to you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Left aside for not being a Biafran, I will tell you, I'm proud of you. Kudos to you. How I wish I'm an Igbo. I'm telling you the truth. I would have appreciated you even the more. The Igbos don't know what they have. They don't know what they have, really, to be sincere. All right. Right from our very studio, we are bringing this for you today as our #1 broadcast. We'll be expecting your opinion, your ideas, your comments. Deem it free to leave them below the comment section. If you're new, don't forget to strike the subscription button. But if you're not new, you have the comment section to leave your comments. All right, thank you.